Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. The game is Ruthless. Now, I can't shout out the brother's name, but it is one of my homeboys. One of my followers on one of my subscription sites, but he actually grew up in the same area that I grew up in Northeast DC, right? And he was over there, that part by Brookland, Turkey Thicket, Teller Street. Yeah, so he hit me up with something. I gotta do something. And you know what? He was like, I'm gonna read what he said. He said, "Can you please do a video on how ruthless the game is?" He said, "I was out with one of my partners the other night, a DC good bar, and he made a pretty profound statement. He said, if you're not my dude, then your girl is single to me. And he said, I had to buy a brother a shot after that one. And he was like, is all fair in game and war? I'm going to tell y'all something now. If you in this thing of ours called game, that shit is ruthless as fuck. Like he said, a DC good bar. Now, I'm going to tell you what. I can't speak for other cities, though. I just from observation, I got some of my peoples and stuff. Like KO Fitness up in Chicago. Another one of my proteges and stuff. He had me privately. I don't know if he wants his name called. He's out of Chicago, so I know about that game. But like just in DC, the game is in the culture in DC, especially in certain parts. The game is in the culture. If you grew up in DC, the game is in the culture, right? So, there's certain stuff you're going to see. When he said DC good ball, I was just like, yeah, it's pretty much, yeah, your woman is pretty much single to him unless you cool with that dude. Understand something, man. The game is ruthless. I see a lot of dudes. Look, I'm going to be real, man. You gotta have a little. You do gotta have a little bit. If you gonna play this game, you gonna call yourself gonna be a player or something. Your ass gotta both be ruthless and deal with ruthlessness. And in fact, even if you ain't trying to be the game, because a lot of the game I'm giving y'all is defensive game, right? And see, y'all so busy focus on that dude, right? Y'all so busy. Well, no, y'all focus on the women choosing like Pookie and Ray Ray and stuff, man. But that's not always the case. Like if you like, I've had women from outside of DC talk about how suave DC brothers are. So it ain't necessarily Pookie and Ray Ray, and DC bougie as hell, expensive as hell. I just found out the house I grew up in is like being like foreclosed upon for nearly $500,000. Do you know how significant that is? That means people I grew up with over in Northeast DC are living in $500,000 houses worth $500,000 if they still own it, and most of them got the houses paid for. So we talk about generational wealth. I know some people getting some generational wealth, right? Because the houses are paid for, worth $500,000 already, right? So it's a different vibe over there, right? So it's not always like that thug you gotta worry about, but you gotta worry about that smooth play. And I did stuff on professionals and all of that, right? And if you in DC, you got that. But the one thing though is the ruthlessness, right? The one thing is the ruthlessness. If you want to get into the game, you gotta be prepared to deal with it. Now, if you get into it just you know what, you just want a good wife or something, you still gonna need enough game to hold on to her. Because the dudes don't care. I can't speak for other places. Dudes in DC don't care. I've seen dudes in suits, especially in downtown DC, right? I've seen dudes in suits. They look professional. They got something going on. They got the fresh haircut and everything. They'll see a woman, they be like, hey, start hollering. And she could be like, I'm married. They be like, happily. And these ain't Pookie and Ray Ray and shit. They going for your woman. And that's understand something, man. That's how ruthless the game is. Because it's funny, right? You got all these guys out here who, for lack of a better term, I'll just say square, right? Educated, all of that, right? They got a decent job, all of that, right? And then, but they having trouble getting the real sexy women and stuff. But you gotta understand, even when you get her, you gotta hold on to her. That dude don't respect that shit. Cause when he said DC Good Bar, that's when I laughed. That could actually be a T-shirt, man. Cause you get to play. When you get motherfuckers at that level, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about your status. They don't give a fuck unless they know you personally. They gonna go there, and quite frankly, they could still know you personally and still fuck your goddamn woman. And now, like I said, these ain't Pookie and Ray Ray. These some guys, shit, you find out about them, they in some like $500,000 house or condo or something. They pushing an E-Class or a Lexus or something like that. They got a fresh haircut, everything like that. Hell, they going to the Congressional Black Caucus events. And if y'all in DC, if I gotta explain that, you ain't in that circle. And these motherfuckers are cold. These are the same motherfuckers going taking those trips and shit with those secret sex parties. They don't give a fuck about your woman. That shit is ruthless. And it's probably like that in other places too. It's probably exactly like that. Understand something, y'all. Understand. Especially, don't think you gonna get that. First of all, right? I know cats, they want that pretty face sister with that big round booty, don't got no kids, she in shape. Understand something. If you get her, understand about 10, 20 dudes try and get at her every day. And if she a professional or something, whatever, and if she would, look, like my family, Afi King, right? My peoples, right? If he said, that's my peoples, man. Real talk, that's my peoples, right? If he say something like, if that woman going on a job, I was listening to one of his videos. If she had a teacher working at a job, somebody fucking her. Motherfuckers don't care. Motherfuckers do not care. And you gotta get that. Ain't no fairness. It was I'm gonna shout out to Rick Nasheed, because I remember he said something about, there's rules to it. Now, there might be rules to pimping, but when you're talking about just the game of man gets woman, man gets pussy, right? When you're talking about the game of man gets pussy, ain't no rules to that shit. Ain't that shit is wild, wild west. Seriously. And it's like, if you a man, like I say, you gotta find a woman. If you manage to get that woman 8 or above, somebody always coming at her. And you really need to have some game to hold on to. Even if you ain't trying to do much, you can't say, I'm going to threaten her or something. Because I'm going to tell you, look, I'm going to give y'all some rare game outside my Patreon, man. I'm going to give y'all some rare cold-blooded game. All that dude is going to go there, right? Like, you and your woman, y'all typically going to have some problems. It's two human beings. I don't care how much y'all love each other, how much y'all lust each other. There's something y'all ain't going to get along on, or y'all ain't going to see eye to eye. Right? It's something, right? Now the slick player, good bar. We talking about a dude got a nice body, grooming and stuff, smell nice to women, got a smooth rap and all of that, right? He gonna walk up. He's like, damn, I'm gonna tap that shit. And somebody be like, well, she married or she got a boyfriend. Like, what they got to do with me, right? So he gonna come up. All he had to do is get her talking about your man. That's all he had to do, is get your girl talking about you. And he'll be cool about it at first, right? He'll be cool about it. Be like, hey, what's up? Hey, how you and your guy doing? He might even see friendly, right? Get her nice and comfortable, right? That's all he had to do, get her nice and comfortable, where she'll say whatever to him and he don't judge it and he ain't tripping. And like I said, when he doing this, he ain't necessarily doing he ain't going straight forward like, I'm going to get some pussy. Shout out Alan Roger Curry, but everybody ain't mode one out here, right? So he'll be slick about that shit. Slick and patient, right? And he probably, if he messing with her, he probably picked up that she looking at him a little bit, right? So he'll be like, Just talk to her, find out, get her talking about a man, and get her used to talking about it. Invariably, he does something fucked up. You don't even have to ask her about it, right? So, the man does something that she didn't like, or she started talking about some of the stuff that she wants to do, like that he don't necessarily want to do. All of a sudden, he got a playlist right there. It's like, oh, okay, this is what I do. Like say the woman likes to go out dancing, but her man don't. And so the dude, he be nice and thorough. Like, hey, you want to hang out with, me and some friends, we're going to this club and stuff, we ain't trying to be disrespectful. You come out, just have a good time. She go, and if a woman want to go out and dance, she want to shake her ass, so he go out there and dance with her. She get nice and close, and she already feel mental closest to him anyway. And then all of a sudden, he say, hey, I'll make sure you get home, or why don't we drive to this, look. That's when he go for the kill. He be like, look, I want to, he'll tell straight up he want the pussy. That's when he'll hit mode one on her. He'll tell straight up, or be like, look, what, I'm feeling you or something. Actually, probably not, because a lot of times those guys, they ain't always straight up. So, in all fairness, if they straight up, he'd have told her at first. So that's some real shit. But be like, look, I always been attracted to you. And she started thinking about it, and the dude already looked good to her, right? And she might, maybe even better than the dude she with. And so that lust get in there and shit. All of a sudden, he doing your woman well, and that's how it works. Shit. That's how that shit work. And the motherfucker don't give a fuck about you or the kids or something. And I've seen some fucked up shit. I've seen situations where dudes, they know somebody tearing their wife up or something, girlfriend, and they asking the dude, man, say, can you? They already know they can't really go there with their woman, because the woman all of a sudden come home. She might come home saying, hey, I want an open relationship. Yeah, it's ruthless, man. Seriously, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even though I gave y'all that little bit, I kind of gave it so dudes understand what's up. Because if she talking about she got a good male friend, unless he's shown that he just has zero attraction for, like you met him or something, if that motherfucker, look, I'm gonna tell you what. Only way a woman can have a good male friend, she ain't fucking him. She just physically don't find him attractive. But if she got a male friend, you look at him and it's like, hold up, that dude look like he can get it. Or you be like, damn, no homo. That dude look like that dude look like he can get any woman he want. Yeah, understand. It's just that motherfucking ruthless. Understand that. If y'all want to deal with this shit, then don't. I'm gonna tell you what, y'all getting on these videos or writing articles and complaining, talking about what the women are doing, y'all can do that till y'all blue in the face. But understand, it's that guy that some of y'all trying to be. It's just on some ruthless ass shit. So anyway, right, that's it for today, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.